gas and dim the fire. Dust has crowned the ancient spire. Cold lies cold on ring and bone. He has slept beneath the stone. Velvet stair and chapel wall. Hear the dead begin to call. Seal the gate and veil the sun. When he wakes, the end has come. Do not breathe and do not pray. Do not beg the dark to stay. When the crimson candles flare, every living pulse is bare. Rise, vampire lord, claim the night and stain the dawn. Rise, vampire lord, take the blood the world has drawn. Crown of shadows, throne of red, raise the kingdom of the dead. Rise, vampire lord, let the mortal light be gone. Wine runs dark where candles drown. Rats move softly through the crown. Silk and ash and coffin nail. All the living hearts grow pale. Name him not with trembling breath. He is hunger dressed as death. What he drinks he does not free. What he marks shall ever be. Bar the door and hide the child. Hush the prayer and choke the wild. When the moon burns thin and cold, every vow is bought and sold. Rise, vampire lord, claim the night and stain the dawn. Rise, vampire lord, take the blood the world has drawn. Crown of shadows, throne of red, raise the kingdom of the dead. Rise, vampire lord, let the mortal light be gone. Lift the chalice, break the day. Call the fearful, make them stay. Raise the banner, split the sky. Drink the living dry by dry. Rise, vampire lord, claim the night and crush the dawn. Rise, vampire lord, rule until the world is gone. Crown of shadows, throne of red, speak and all the dead are led. Rise, vampire lord, all the dark shall be your own. Rise, vampire lord.
Far beyond the olive trees, where broken statues watch the seas, there stands a temple lost to time, and none who enter leave alive. A traveler once sought golden fame to carve his legend, earn a name. He crossed the hills with sword and pride and reached the garden carved in stone. You stood in silent rows, frozen where the wild faces locked in fear and dread, eyes still staring, though they're dead. Step too close and raise your eyes and meet the curse no steel defies. For beauty once became a lie and turned the living into stone. Do not look into her eyes, where the ancient sorrow lies. For one brief glance beneath her hair turns breath to dust and blood to air. Do not look, do not remain. Statues fill her lonely domain. For every hero's final breath becomes another face of death. They say she once walked bright and fair, with golden voice and midnight hair, till jealous gods in cruel decree turn blessing into misery. Now serpents crown her cursed head, and every path is lined with dead. Yet in the night some swear they hear a lonely voice behind the fear. Steel may shine and shields may rise, but none escape those fatal lies. And every stone that guards her hall was once a soul who dared to call. Do not look into her eyes, where the ancient sorrow lies. For one brief glance beneath the hair turns breath to dust and blood to air. Do not look, do not remain. Statues fill her lonely domain. For every hero's final breath becomes another face of death. Some will say monsters choose their path. Some say curses choose for them. Do not look into her eyes, where the final mercy dies. For stone remembers every name of those sought immortal things. Stone walls twist and torches fade, paths where many bones were laid. Step too deep where echoes pound, and hear the hunter's hooves resound. Throne lives a beast of horn and bone, half a man and half a bull, with rage enough to shake the skull. His breath is smoke, his hooves are war, his rage can split a stone-clad door, and every maze and cursed hall still hears the monster's thunder call. Run if you hear the pounding ground, the labyrinth has found you now. Turn too late, the horns will rise and meet the fury in its eyes. Hooves in the dark, horns in the flame, the labyrinth knows his name. Blood on the stone, bones in the hole, the horde king hunts them all. Hooves in the dark, horns in the flame, the maze itself became his claim. Run while you can, pray while you fall. The Minotaur himself would die, but twisting halls and shadow turns left only echoes where he burned. For every step the beast can hear, every breath betrays your fear, and once the pounding hooves begin, the maze becomes your prison. Listen close to the pounding sound, the hunter circles all around. Walls grow tight, the air runs thin, you're trapped inside the beast's own den. Who's in the dark, homes in the flame, the labyrinth knows his name. Blood on the stone, bones in the hole, the Horn King hunts them all. Who's in the dark, homes in the flame, the maze itself decay is flame. Run while you can, pray while you fall, the Minotaur comes for you all. Left, right, twist and turn, every path returned. Closer, closer. Who's in the dark, horns in the flame, the labyrinth roars its name. Steel may shatter, heroes may fall, the Horn King breaks them all. Who's in the dark, horns in the flame, the beast no blade can truly tame. Run if you can, scream if you fall, the Minotaur comes for you all. Deep where the Blackfen waters lie, where twisted reeds choke out the sky, no traveler walks the marsh alone, for something there has many thrones. A hunter came with torch and spear to claim the beast the townsfolk fear. A shadow stirred beneath the tide, and 7 heads began to rise. Eyes like coals in murky night, teeth that gleamed in swamp-born light. The monster hissed with venom breath, a living crown of creeping death. Steel was drawn and blades were swung, one head fell where fire was flung. But from the blood that touched the fin, 2 more heads rose up again. Strike it down, cut it free, still the beast will multiply. 7 heads become twice more, rising from the swamp once more. Strike it down, burn the ground, hear the endless hissing sound. Fight the beast if you dare, but death grows stronger in that lair. Arrows flew and torches burned, yet every blow the monster turned. For every head that steel could claim, 2 more rose to spit their flame. The hunter roared with desperate might, his blade flashed wild in marshland fight. But still the Hydra's hissing cry shook the reeds and split the sky. Cut the heads and burn the bone, or else the beast will claim its throne. For every strike the foolish make feeds the monster in the lake. Strike it down, cut it free, still the beast will multiply. 7 heads become twice more, rising from the swamp once more. Strike it down, burn the ground, the beast if you dare, but death grows stronger in that lair. Wanted foes to rise, three more screaming from the top. Strike it down, cut it free, still the beast will multiply. Heads like serpents fill the sky, endless as the marsling cry. Strike it down, burn the ground, let the fire cleanse the sound. Oh, the Hydra waits once more, hungry in the fen one when the night has burned too long and every road has ended wrong, when broken blades and fading flame leave only ash where heroes came. Look to the sky where embers rise, where fire still remembers life. His hopes unbound, the world grew cold, the battle done, no victory left for anyone. But in the dark a spark remained, a glowing ember in the rain. And from the ashes of defeat, a flame began again to beat. The wind grows warm, the night grows bright, the darkness yields to living light. And from the fire the wings are drawn, a burning herald of the dawn. Rise, rise from the flame, fire remembers every name. From the ash the wings are born, a phoenix greets the morning morn. Rise, rise through the sky where hope and living embers fly. For every end the world has known, it can spark a fire to be reborn. They say the phoenix guards the sun, watch when the night is done. And every time the world grows cold, it leaves a spark for hearts grown old. So when your sword lies cracked in two, and fate has turned its back on you, remember flames that cannot die still sleep beneath the darkest sky. From dying embers life takes wing, through shattered dreams new songs can sing. And every fall the brave in gore becomes the fire that makes them soar. From the ash the wings are born, a phoenix greets the morning morn. Rise, rise through the sky where hope and living embers fly. world remember your name, for from the ash new wings are drawn. A phoenix carries hope to The road runs dark through Blackwood Glen, where moonlight stains the hills like sin, and travelers whisper as they pass. Some beasts are born, some beasts are made. Hunter lived in that quiet town, strong of arm and wide renown. No blade could match his steady hand, till something changed beneath the land. One winter night, the forest cried, a wounded wolf came limping by. He struck the beast with iron spear and cursed himself that very year. When the silver moon climbs high and restless winds begin to sigh, bolt the doors and douse the light. The hunt begins again tonight. Run from the howling the midnight air. Run if you value breath and prayer. For tooth and claw and burning eyes, hide the man the wolf denies. Run when the forest starts to sing. Run when the distant howls begin. For once the moon climbs cold and thin, the wolf awakens from within. He begged the priest for sacred flame. He begged the witch to break the chain, but curse is born in fang and blood, are older than the gods above. So now he walks the woods alone, far from the town he once called home. Yet every full moon's rise and glow sends him where he fears to go. Hear the branches crack and bend, hear the hunted prayers ascend. Steel may break and torches dim, but silver still remembers him. Run from the howl in the midnight air. Run if you value breath and prayer. For tooth and claw and burning eyes, hide the man the wolf denies. Run when the forest starts to sing. Run when the distant howls begin. For once the moon climbs cold and thin, the wolf awakens from within. They say the beast still roams the wood, guarding paths where travelers stood. And sometimes in the dawn's first light, a man is seen leaving the fight. Run from the howl in the midnight air. Run from the beast that none can spare. For tooth and claw and burning eyes are just a curse a man survives. Run when the forest starts to sing. Run when the distant howls begin. For every heart may carry sin, and every wolf begins as king.
Nothing stirs beneath the stone. Seal the gate and dim the flame. Death remembers his old name. Cold the throne and black the hall. Dust still waits beneath the wall. Years have rotted into night. Still his hand has kept its right. Gold lies dead on finger thin. Fire is gone but will remains. Books of skin and chains of oath fed the king that outlived both. Do not pray and do not kneel. He has left the grave unreal. When the tomb light starts to burn, all that died shall rise and turn. Rise, Lich King, crown of dust and deathless will. Rise, Lich King, make the silent kingdoms kneel. Raise the dead and bind the night. Take the last forgotten light. Rise, Lich King, rule beyond the grave's own seal. Ink went dry on mortal law. Still his hand became the claw. What he lost in blood and breath, he remade in colder death. Crypt to crypt the whispers ran. He denied the end of man. Now the marrow, ash and frost mark the faith the living lost. Hear the chains beneath the floor. Hear the sealed ones speak once more. When the black bells answer no, all the buried kings shall know. Rise, Lich King, crown of dust and deathless will. Rise, Lich King, make the silent kingdoms kneel. Raise the dead and bind the night. Take the last forgotten light. Rise, Lich King, rule beyond the grave's own seal. Break the earth, wake the throne, call the dead to the bone. Lift the crown, still the sun, name the grave, ever one. Rise, rise, Lich King. Rise, Lich King, crown of frost and endless rain. Rise, Lich King, call the lost by hidden name. Raise the dead and choke the dawn. Let the mortal age be gone. Rise, Lich King, all the dark shall be your throne. Lich King, dust and empire, ash and flame. Rise, Lich King, none who kneel shall wake the same. Ash on crown, frost on bone. He has risen, claim your throne.
Gather cloaks, you reckless fools, and mind the dungeon's wicked rules. For treasure gleams and glory shines, but traps have teeth and hungry minds. Oh! We found a chest and torchlight dim, gold lock shining on the rim. Boring grinned and cracked it wide, and that's when teeth appeared inside. Next just laughed and said, well, look, just a bite before it took. The wizard blinked and stepped aside, while Boring screamed with wounded pride. So he just tale when dungeons call. Not every chest holds gold at all. Sometimes treasure's teeth and tongue, and eats the fool who's far too young. Oh, the mimic ate my boots, chewed them up like tavern fruits, teeth like daggers, tongue like glue. Next they tried to eat me too. Oh, beware the dungeon loot, or you'll go home with naked foot. Raise your ale and laugh it through. The mimic might be chasing you. The chest then crawled across the floor, growling loud and wanting more. Boring hopped on one mere heel, shouting words not fit for steel. Mixed through daggers, quick and slick, Lyra cast a burning trick. But still the beast just snapped and grinned, with the leather boots still stuffed within. So mark my words, you greedy lot, check the teeth before the pot. If treasure wiggles, run away, or feed the beast your boots that day. Oh, the mimic ate my boots, chewed them up like tavern fruit, feet like daggers, tongue like glue. Next it tried to eat me too. Oh, beware the dungeon loot, or you'll go home with naked foot. Raise your ale and laugh it through. The mimic might be chasing you. Some say dragons guard their gold, some say liches haunt the old, but I'll tell you what I fear most: a wooden chest with teeth exposed. The mimic ate my boots, chewed them up like tavern fruits, teeth like daggers, tongue like glue. Next it tried to eat me too. Beware the dungeon loot, or you'll go home with naked foot. Raise your mugs and sing it true. The mimic might eat boats like you. Far beyond the valleys green, where jagged crowns of stone are seen, above the clouds where storms take flight, a golden shadow guards the height. Claws of lion, wings of sky, eyes that watch the world from high, feathers bright as rising dawn, a king where mortal paths are gone. No thief who climbs the mountain steep escape the watch the Griffins keep. For every treasure, old and vast, is guarded by the mountains past. The wind grows wild, the sky the cliffs the watcher leaps, where endless air beneath it sweeps. Fly high, guardian of the peaks, where thunder roars and daylight breaks. Claws of gold and wings that gleam, the lord of every mountain stream. Fly high, where brave hearts dream, above the storms that rage between. For none who soar the endless blue can rival skies once claimed by you. Once claimed by you. A climber once who feared his pride sought the Griffin's nest to find. But when the mighty shadow fell, he swore he heard the mountain yell. For wings like thunder split the air, a roar that shook the valley bare. And when the creature swept the sky, the storm itself began to fly. Stone may fall and wings may cry, but none command the mountain's sky. For every peak and silver stream belongs to the Griffin's endless dream. Fly high, guardian of the peaks, that thunder roars and daylight breaks. Claws of gold and wings that gleam, the lord of every mountain stream. Fly high, where brave hearts dream, above the storms and rage between. For none who soar the endless blue and rival skies once claimed by you. Some beasts rule the earth below, some hold the forest deep in shadow, but the Griffin rules the sky. Fly high, guardian of the peaks, where down upon the summit speaks. So storm and sung your legend streams, the king of all the mountain trees. Deep in the heart of Silverwood, where ancient oaks in silence stood, a legend walks on moonlit ground, where hope and quiet grace are found. No iron blade nor hunter's snare has caught the spirit wandering there. For silver hooves leave trails of light across the forest floor at night. A horn of pearl, a mane of snow, a gaze where ancient starlight glows. The creature moves where shadows part, a living whisper in the dark. But forests fade and kingdoms fall, and greedy hands still seek it all. For those who hunt its shining horn would break the magic once reborn. Run free, last light of Silverwood, where dreams and ancient wonders stood. No chain can bind your shining grace, no hunter steal your sacred place. Run free beneath the twilight sky, where stars and silent spirits lie. For hope still walks where few have stood, the last unicorn of Silverwood. Child once wandered far astray and wept upon the forest way, till gentle steps through branches came and silver light replaced the rain. The beast knelt low beside the child, its quiet gaze serene and mild, and where its hoof had touched the ground, the forest life returned around. So guard the woods and guard the flame, for wonder fades when lost to dread, and every world still needs a sign that magic walks the earth unseen. Run free, last light of Silverwood, where dreams and ancient wonders stood. No chain can bind your shining grace, no hunter steal your sacred place. Run free beneath the twilight sky, where stars and silent spirits lie. For hope still walks where few have stood, the last unicorn of Silverwood. Legends fade with passing years, but some endure where hearts believe. And free, last light of Silverwood, a flame of grace where forests stood. And though the world grows dark and wild, your light still walks the ancient world.
Hear the wind along the stone,
Where lonely sea cliffs stand alone,
where sailors swear the air can sing,
and death is carried on the wind. We walk the cliffs at break of day, the tide below in silver sway, then drifting through the morning air, a voice too sweet to belong there. No minstrel's tune, no tavern song, yet every note pulled us along. Soft as silk and clear as spring, the sky itself began to sing.
step by step toward the sound, eyes half lost and senses drowned. The song grows warm, the world grows still,
Until you stand upon the hill. Hear the Harpy calling you, silver voice and feathered doom. Sweet the song and soft the lies, till claws descend from open skies. Hear the Harpy calling dear, melodies that drown your fear. Turn away if you are wise, or meet the truth behind her A hunter laughed and raised his spear. He swore no bird would bring him fear, but when her voice began to glide, he laid his weapon at his side.
down she fell with the wings of gray, her talons bright as a winter's day. The song was gone before we knew,
The sky was filled with feathers too. Now when the wind begins to cry and lonely echoes fill the sky, close your ears and guard melodies some may carry death. Hear the Harpy calling you, silver vice and feather doom. Sweet the song and soft the lies, till claws descend from open skies. Hear the Harpy calling near, melodies that drown your fear. Turn away, for you are wise, or meets the truth behind her once knew. Beauty hides the hunter's guise, and death has wings above the Every hero dreams of dragon slaying, treasure holes and endless fame. But every legend has to start knee deep in rats and cellar dark. Sword and pride, adventure burning deep inside. A quest board nailed beside the gate, my legend star was killing it. No demons rose, no battle cry, just squeaks and scratch and scurrying by. The barkeep said with drunken grin, they're in the cellar, go on in. So down I went, with blade held high, a hero born to fight and die. But something moved beneath my shoe and whipped me through my leather boot. 10 rats, that's the glory they promised me. No dignity, no dragon slay, no gold to claim, just squeaks and tails and biting pain. Raise your mugs and laugh at that, the mighty slayer of cellar rats. One jumped straight upon my head, one ran screaming from the bread, one stole cheese and fled the fight. Bravest rat I saw that night, my sword got stuck inside a crate. One rat chewed straight through my cape, and when I swung to in the brawl, I hit a barrel, cracked the wall. The barkeep heard the crashing sound and shouted down from solid ground, don't break the kegs, you reckless brat, just stab the tails and kill the rats. 10 rats, that's the glory they promised me. 10 rats, in the dark with no dignity, no dragon slaying, no bow to claim, just squeaks and tails and biting pain. Raise your mugs and laugh at that, the mighty slayer of cellar rats. Dragons slayed and demon lords, eating someone's rats. Do you feel it? The crawling on the back of your neck. The quiet weight of unseen sight. Someone is watching. Where the lantern's courage dies, beyond the reach of daylight skies, a tyrant breaths in silent air, a crown of eyes that never stare. They study, they judge, they wait, each blinking orb a wicked throne, each gaze a death the dark has grown. And when the shadows start to breathe, you'll feel the watcher underneath. Don't move too fast, don't speak too loud, don't let it know you see it now. For once it knows you're standing there, 1,000 deaths fill poisoned air. All the eyes, watching every truth and lie, floating terror in the night, a crown of living hungry sight. Darkness spies, turn away and pray the lies, but none outrun the watching eyes. A knight once raised a silver blade, the beam of death unmade a shade. A mage spoke spells of burning flame, the iron spoke his very name. They say the thing brings worlds to life, nightmare kingdoms born in strife, and every horror ever known first lived behind that floating throne. Do you hear it breathing slow? Feel the crawling dread below. Do not turn, do not look, some sights live inside your skull. Watching every truth and lie, floating terror in the night, a crown of living hungry sight. All the eyes, none escape what darkness spies. Turn away and pray the lies, but none outrun the watching eyes. Listen! If the torches start to dim, if the tunnels twist and spin, if the air feels thick with dread, it's already inside your head. All the eyes, ancient tyrant of the lies, watcher drifting through the gloom, bearer of the hero's doom. All the eyes, never sleeping, never blind. If you feel them on your spine, it has already found your mind. And somewhere in the endless deep, something blinks. and black the foam, and no star above to guide us home. Timbers groan and lanterns sway, something wakes beneath the bay. And blood on rope, men still pray but do not hope. Far below the keel's thin bone moves a thing the deep calls own. Mast and sail and splintered spar mean no more than candles are. All the sea has held in sleep turns its eye from out the deep. Do not name what stirs below, do not lean to watch it grow. When the drowned bells start to shake, all shall know the deep awake. From below the Kraken wakes, split the mast and drown the flame. From below the Kraken wakes, call the sea by its old name. Black tide rising, drag us down, crush the oar and break the crown. From below the Kraken wakes, none who see him leave the waves.
Moonlight snaps on iron black, then the water answers back. Coils like towers, jaws like night, lift around the dying light. Decks are torn and prayers go thin, wood gives way and floods rush in. What the ocean could not keep now ascends from out the deep. Hear the boats and rigging scream, hear the world come off the seam. When the bell is swallowed whole, he has come to claim his toll. From below the Kraken wakes, split the mast and drown the flame. From below the Kraken wakes, call the sea by its own name. Black tide rising, drag us down, crush the oar and break the crown. From below the Kraken wakes, none who see him leave the waves. Take the breath, take the living to the depth. Break the ribs, flood the sky, let the sea decide who dies. Below, below, he wakes, he wakes. From below the Kraken wakes, raise the black beneath the blue. From below the Kraken wakes, drag the world to waters true. Black tide rising, kingdoms fall, no God answers when you call. From below the Kraken wakes, all the sea becomes his maw. From below the Kraken wakes, crush the light and choke the shore. From below the Kraken wakes, and the deep wants evermore. Cool the tide and black the foam, none beneath it make it home.